been at this game for YouTubing on the WrestleVerse for about a year now. It got over a year. Uh, and I was trying to figure out what I should do to commemorate this celebration and go to 1 year later of this. Okay, so I didn't know what I wanted to do. I couldn't do an edited video project because, well, I'm not good at that kind of thing. But I did think, there's gotta be a video I want to do. Let's see. So on December 3rd, I started a video called AEW Dynamite Winter is Coming. Winter is Coming. Just to test out what it could be like doing a channel fresh start initiative to basically go all out with this, thanks to some advice from a buddy of mine. Follow him, and see how that works out. And my channel on NRE the WrestleVerse has been so far so good. It's actually done more viewership retention and more activity on my content library than, well, my other channel, since that's been crippled by algorithmic patterns. Damn you! And all that. So I was curious as to know what I could do to commemorate the celebration of what we got now. So I thought, we could talk about AEW, but we already know that's gonna happen soon. And wait a little bit longer, or talk about Winter is Coming too. But I was like, I want to do something now. So I went ahead and decided to do another video of a new video of another promotion. AAA TripleMania Regia 2. Or if I butchered that, I am sorry, Mexico. I apologize deeply for my embarrassment. And specifically the main event for the Mega Championship. And there is some interesting story. In fact, really it's the behind the scenes stuff that's the most interesting. Gotta figure that out. So, the story of this event is that originally it was going to be HIJO del VIKINGO. If I butcher that, I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce these names. Was originally going to fight Kenny Omega in the culmination piece of what seems to be Kenny Omega versus Mexico and AAA, because he had held the title hostage for over 2 years, 600 days, though partially that was mainly because of the pandemic, sadly. It wasn't him defending the title all the time. He did defend it a little bit in AEW, but basically the idea was foreign excursion forces have stolen our title, we need to get it back. And originally they were going to give it to Andrade, but then Kenny Omega and Tony Khan said, no, let's not do that yet. But, and I like to point this out because some people misconstrued this, there was another report that came out afterwards that confirmed that they had changed their minds and said, hey, let's do it. Because Kenny Omega said, well, Ric Flair's going to be there, so I feel like I should drop it to Andrade. Tony Khan, while hesitant at first, was all for it after Impact got their title back. With Christian Cage, so they were like, okay, we can drop the title to them and be done with this. But then AAA for some reason decided to let him keep the title, because of course. And I'm just that guy thinking to myself, this is gonna come back to bite them in the ass, isn't it? Because we've heard the stories of Kenny Omega's numerous injuries finally catching up with him. And people have been, and then reports came out finally that he was finally hurt, and it was like he was just holding on the title just a little bit longer just to put over Hangman. And, well, here we are. Kenny Omega was set to defend his title again against Vikingo, or I can't pronounce that name. And I was trying. I watched the match multiple times just to get that name wired into my head. Failed miserably. And it was going to be the culmination, it seemed, of the storyline they were going for. Then Kenny Omega had to get surgery and pull out. So, tragically, we could not get the resolution of that, but he did say he will come back for that title. So, yeah. Better luck next time, AAA. Your long-term storyline ultimately ended because he's hurt, working 3 different promotions in the span of several years after working in New Japan. Oh boy, he's crazy, all right. So Kenny Omega goes ahead and drops the title, and now they have a vacated premise, and now they announce over the next following weeks heading into TripleMania that would be Vikingo taking on Samurai Del Sol, formerly known as Callisto, Jay Lethal, the newly signed AEW talent, Bobby Fish, newly signed AEW talent, and Ring of Honor's Bandido. And when I heard Bandido was there, I was like, okay, I'm interested. Yeah, I know Bobby Fish and Jay Lethal should be the obvious ones, but I like Bandido because I will probably never, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will never forgive themselves for, you know, how they treated the whole event, because, how do I say this delicately? Everyone didn't know who Bandido was, but then everyone was wondering, is that Pac under there? He has the chin. And sadly, it was proven that that's not Pac. That's Bandido. That's another guy who just happens to have, who's just wearing a mask and whatnot. He's a lucha wrestler. And everyone was made fools that day on All In. So, yeah, Bandido proved himself. So, man, that was hilarious. So, Bandido went from being Ring of Honor World Champion for a time to the promotion's subsequent collapse and temporary downsizing to wrestling in the main event TripleMania. And okay, so this match works differently for me than the matches I have watched. I don't watch that much AAA. I know about it, but I don't really watch it. And the camera style is weird. It felt like at times I was more focusing on the ad than the actual match at times. Yeah, that's a problem I think I have. But I think that's a me problem, really. But the match was okay. That's all I thought. I thought the match was okay. I felt like the crowd was just drained at that point. I couldn't tell. I didn't know if they were just drowning the noise out. But, and their guy they're pushing, HIJO, VIKINGO, yeah, he almost botched on several occasions, and I did think he was going to accidentally drop and fall and hurt himself at the end when he defeated Samurai Del Sol and pinned him. So I actually did think he was going to get hurt if he effed this up. But there is an interesting story behind the scenes as well. Originally, AAA wanted Bryan Danielson there. Now AEW said, no, you can't have him. No, you cannot have Bryan Danielson. And there's currently no confirmation why he wasn't allowed to go to the show. But from what's been rumored, it seems like AEW's planning to prepare for their Mexico expansion. So I kind of do get that point, at least, that, oh, well, we're going into Mexico, so we need to go ahead and prepare for that. And we need Bryan Danielson there. Then you guys can mess with him, play with him for a little bit. There was other arguments that it might have been the price tag or something with Bryan, because he is a big star, both in wrestling entirely. But I generally do think it was probably because AEW wants to do Mexico first, and then they'll share him around beforehand, because there was a report prior to this coming out that there was a promotion that wanted Bryan, but Tony Khan stopped it because they said they want to do the show there first, and then they can have him or something. So I feel like that might have been AAA. And AAA. And yeah, I just thought this match was okay for me. They put over the young Vikingo, who's 24 years old. The more wrestlers get younger, I feel sadder about myself. I'm 26, man. I'm here. Meanwhile, this guy's main eventing TripleMania, and I'm just here making videos about the guy. What did I do with my life? And all that. So, yeah, Jay Lethal, Bobby Fish were just additions to this match. Though Bobby Fish being on here was fun. I keep forgetting the guy is like, what, nearing his 50s or is at his 50s? Let me check. Like, I keep forgetting this guy is like, he's 45 years old. He's nearing his 50s, and I was thinking, wait, yeah, he's nearing his 50s. I keep forgetting he was nearing his 50s. He was 45 at the time. And it's kind of embarrassing when you think about it. But I would have been interested to see what he does next in this, because he still has a lot to go, and plus there is a storyline waiting for him in AEW. Ain't that right, Adam Cole, baby? And the Undisputed Elite. Oh boy! But anyways, yeah, fun match. It wasn't really all like I had hoped or what I was thinking it could have been. I don't know if it was the crowd or the or something. I just felt, like the match is looking good. It's just I'm kind of distracted by the camera style with me thinking more about the ad than the actual product that's being presented to me. That could be just a me problem, and I couldn't really be certain if the camera angle, if the crowd was awake at the end, or were they like dead at the end, because I don't know how long the show lasted. About, from what I recall, about over 3.5 hours, closing on 4. So maybe, but like I said, I don't know. But yeah, and there was one thing about the match that took me out of it for a little bit. So at the end, when Vikingo was pinning Samurai Del Sol, Jay Lethal was about to come into the ring to, stop the count and get and stop the victory from happening. Bandido stops him. That kind of broke my immersion into the match when I was really getting back into it. Because after that, I was thinking, why did Bandido stop it? Like, I know the camaraderie and the Lucha Libre pride or something like that, but I'm thinking at the same time, this is for their world title. Why would you stop Jay Lethal from stopping the pin? That broke my immersion a bit heading into at the end, and then I felt like I don't want to say he didn't earn it, because I don't know much about the guy. They've been pushing him for a while, and he was gonna fight Kenny Omega. But also, I've gotta be honest, I also was looking at his outfit and I was thinking, is he Mortal Kombat wearing stuff? Is he wearing Mortal Kombat aesthetic stuff? Because I'm thinking Mortal Kombat, and I have no idea why, with the way his outfit looked in the ring. So yeah, it's just that AAA mate stuff, probably. That's probably the reason why I was acting all off with it. But the end really broke its immersion for me. And then the roster came out to celebrate with him. I feel like that should have been waited a little bit longer to do that. Like, he should have had his single celebratory moment and celebrated by himself in the ring. And then when Kenny Omega does come back to challenge him to reclaim his throne, saying that he was just there just because he didn't fight him, you're only champion because you didn't beat me, then they could do the celebratory stuff with the roster. But yeah, it's how I felt about that, honestly. Here's to another year of WrestleVerse content. If I had a drink with me, I would raise it to the sky, but I don't. And if I did, I'd probably just get fruit punch just to commemorate, since I refuse to drink alcohol. Look forward to more content in the coming future. Hopefully we can get more subscribers, viewership, watch time, and more power to us, and get that algorithm kicked his ass and whatnot. Hoping things change on that front next year, but I highly doubt it. This was Neo Reality Entertainment. The WrestleVerse presents TripleMania's AAA Mega Championship 5-way match. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my other content in the description below. Stay tuned for more. I'll see you all next time, and take care, everybody. Have a good night.